Hello, New Rochelle, and welcome to another edition of What Matters Most. We are taping today at Trinity Elementary School, where everything you do matters. First, some good news. Congratulations to 3 outstanding New Rochelle High School student athletes on signing their letters of intent. Senior Vianney Goris will be playing Division II baseball at Felician. Senior Kaylin Taylor will be going to Division I swim team at Stony Brook University. And our senior Jeremiah Holder will be playing Division I baseball at Lafayette College. How about some fun facts? Did you know that in Roman times the calendar only had 10 months and started in March? And did you know that the Bill of Rights came into effect on December 15th, 1791? And did you know that in the 1800s doctors used chocolate as a medicine to treat diseases? And did you know that Queen Victoria sent the very first Christmas card? We have a special guest in studio today, Dr. Corey Reynolds. Welcome, Dr. Reynolds.
Thank you very much.
So great to have you here, long overdue.
It's my pleasure, and thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Well, it's great. You know, we've had many distinguished guests sitting in your chair, but none as distinguished as you. So it's really great. You know, you are our assistant superintendent for human resources, and I know that in some districts and in some organizations they now use this term, you know, head of people and all that. But the human part of human resources is really important. Could you share with our audience a little bit why that is and why it really matters?
Sure. Thank you very much for that question, Jonathan. So we felt it was very important to remove the word of personnel, right? Even though we're the Office of Personnel, it really treats people as objects as opposed to them being the human capital that we have, the most important part of our organization. So it was a very conscious decision to maintain the title of Office of Human Resources, and I wanted to be sure that that was a part of my title as well. So we want to emphasize the importance of people. We are in the business of people. Education is the business of people. We're either trying to connect people to their learning, we're either having people develop and deliver the learning, or we're trying to help people to acclimate into becoming the citizens that we need in order to take care of us in our future. We wanted to make sure that we kept that human aspect.
Yeah, no, so important. And I get that, you know, we are in the relationship business, right? We're only as good as the folks we put out in our schools, in our buildings, doing all of our work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Besides providing great advice to me, you know, what do you see as the most important parts of your role and your department?
I would say on a daily basis, the most important part of our role is making sure that all of the people who take care of our children are taken care of. We want to ensure that our employees are happy for the most part. You know, we're never going to make everyone happy in every instance. But what we want to do is at least have people feel that they're being treated with a sense of humanity, with a sense of respect. Even if the news may not be news that you would want to receive, there's a way in delivering that news. There's a way in sharing that. So our goal is to make sure that our department tries to facilitate that. And we understand that the only way we're going to be able to do that is to lead by example, right? So if we expect that from our people to each other, we have to be the ones to lead by that example.
Right. Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into this work? And I know there's a great story too about why you wear a bow tie. So let's start there.
So it's thank you for taking me back to my childhood, and I'm going to say childhood because back then all of the hair that's here was up here. So I started off my professional career in education as a kindergarten and first grade teacher, and I felt it was important to impress upon my children that they deserve the respect of me wearing a tie for them. You know, while I was going to work, I was working for them and with them. So my first month of wearing a straight tie did not prove to be very productive because working with kindergartners, every time I was trying to help them out, it was, you know, Mr. Reynolds, can you help me with this? So I changed to a bow tie and it's stuck ever since.
Right.
And I really get a joy out of tying my ties every morning because it reminds me of why I'm here, why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because on a daily basis, we are changing the life of at least one child. We'll never know when that happens. We never know who it is. We might not find out until 10, 15, 20 years from now. But a simple good morning and a simple reason for being in front of a child can help to change a life of a person.
So as you're looking in the mirror, because I know at least to tie a bow tie, you got to look in the mirror.
You do.
Brings you back, and it really reminds you why you're doing this work. And every day is a new day to have a fresh start, right?
Absolutely.
To make a difference in a
Yes.
child's life. Well, for all of our viewers, I want you to know I can tie a tie. Don't have one on today, but when it comes to bow ties, thank you, hello clip-ons, right? So not really fair. As you think about this work and as you look forward, what do you want to have as your legacy here in New Rochelle, in terms of the work you're doing right now?
Well, I'll share this. I'm not afraid to share that I'm a man of God. God has brought me to where I am, and He's brought me out of different scathes in life, and I'm very happy that there wasn't social media when I was younger, right?
We both are.
But for me, I think my legacy, I would want to leave in place that I've made the life of others a little bit better by being here, and hopefully that legacy will outlast me, and hopefully others will try to do the same in their own way. So that's all I look for.
Yeah. I know you grew up in the Bronx.
I did.
Right.
Bronx native through and through.
First generation?
I am first generation to this country. Yes,
Yeah.
both of my parents are from Jamaica, and came here and were able to have me in the new world. And I'm first generation to college. I'm the first college graduate in my family, and it was important for me to get the ultimate degree. So that my mother and my father were finally happy, because they said I was going to be a doctor one way or another.
Well, you are, and I don't even have to ask which is your favorite baseball team, because I know.
You should not. There's only one team in this unit. Let me look right into the camera. There's only one team in this universe that matters, and it is the New York Yankees. So, yes, sir.
All right. So now that half of our viewers love you, right, and half, they already don't like me, given my allegiances, but that's another story. Anyways, well, it's great. As you visit schools and as you go into classrooms, and I know you're really particular. The other day we were going to Albert Leonard, and you wanted to go in a side door because you wanted to walk through the schools. When you're in a school, what are you looking for, and what are your I know you like to say hello, and you interact with every student you see. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. It's for me, it's important to make eye contact with every individual that's in the hallway. Somebody may be going through something in the moment and may not be ready to express it. And even though I don't have a personal relationship with people, there's some things that can be triggers that you can see very quickly, that something's not right, or someone's not feeling well, or someone might be in a situation that they wish they handled a little bit differently. That's an opportunity for a conversation. And you may not be able to fix it in the moment, but just being that listening ear can be enough to have somebody work through what it is that they've just experienced. So for me, walking in the hallways is more important than being in the classroom. I never want to interrupt instruction. And because I am no longer involved directly in curriculum instruction, I think I can be a disruption in the classroom. But in the hallway is where I can help to build some of those relationships, to say hello to somebody who might not have been said hello to that day. I think it's important for our employees to make that personal connection. I know it takes a little bit more. I know it might need an extra swallow of coffee just to get that energy up, but it's important because we are the most stable portion of the day for most of our, for a lot of our children. This is the only regulated time in their day. Once they leave us, we don't know what their experiences or their environments are like. So we need to make sure that while they're here, they're loved and welcomed.
Right. So I think it's those, every moment, every opportunity, no matter what our role is in this school district, we have the chance to really brighten and make somebody's day.
Absolutely.
And it's the little things. I think I'm reminded when I hear you talk about that, of the expression that a leader knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way.
Yes.
So I can't think of a better person, and so grateful that you're overseeing the human part of our work, because you know the way, show the way, and you go the way.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks for all the work. Thanks for all the work you do, and it's been great to have you on the show.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. So there we go, New Rochelle. Another edition of What Matters Most. Stay tuned. We have some other great guests that are going to be in studio. Until now and then, enjoy the holiday season.